Learn how to command your mind before it commands you. That's the fight we all face, isn't it? They teach us how to count, how to write, how to pass tests, how to land a job. They even show us how to drive a car and operate a machine. But nobody teaches us the most vital skill of all: how to manage our own mind, how to take charge of our thoughts, how to decide what gets in and what stays out, how to stop the mind from becoming our worst enemy. And make no mistake, if you don't guide your mind, it will guide you. It will steer your emotions. It will drain your energy. It will shape your decisions. And worst of all, it will shape your destiny. You can't control the wind, but you can control the sail. And your mind, that's the sail. You have to learn how to guide it. You have to train it. You have to protect it. Because the truth is, your life doesn't shift until your thinking does. Your mind is like a garden. It will grow weeds or flowers depending on what you plant in it. Now that's something worth thinking about. Most people are so busy trying to change the world around them that they forget the most powerful change happens inside them first. Here's the truth. The biggest battle you'll ever fight is the one inside your own head. Not the economy, not the competition, not your past, not even the people around you. It's the internal fight. It's the thoughts you allow. It's the emotions you feed. It's the stories you keep repeating. And until you win that war, you'll keep losing the outer ones. Let's get something straight. Your mind is the control center of your life. Everything starts there. Before you act, you think. Before you speak, you process. Before you choose, you consider. So, if the mind is confused, your life becomes confused. If the mind is cluttered, your path becomes unclear. If the mind is negative, your results follow. What you think about, you bring about. That's not just a saying, it's a law of living. Yet most people leave the door of their mind wide open. No guard, no filter, no discipline. Every thought is welcome. Every opinion walks in, every fear sets up camp, every negative voice gets a chair at the table. Then we wonder why we feel anxious, why we can't focus, why we keep sabotaging ourselves. You wouldn't let strangers wander into your house, right? Then why let any thought wander into your mind? You have to learn this simple rule: stand guard at the door of your mind every single day. Here's something to write down. You cannot change what you don't recognize. And that's where it all begins. Not with motivation, not with positive quotes, but with awareness. Start noticing your thoughts, not judging them, just observing them. What are the thoughts you think most often? What beliefs do you repeat about yourself? What triggers your fear, your doubt, your anger? Because those patterns are running your life on autopilot. The goal is to take the wheel back. Most of what we believe we didn't choose. It was handed to us by our environment, by our parents, by our experiences, by the culture. Over time, those thoughts became stories, and those stories became our identity. So we say things like, I'm not good with money, I'm just not disciplined, I always mess things up, this is just how I am. But none of that is truth, it's just programming. And programming can be rewritten. You don't have to stay who you were. You don't have to carry every thought you inherited. You can choose better thoughts. You can upgrade the system. Don't let your life be shaped only by circumstances. Shape it with intention. This is key. Your mind is powerful, but it's not the master. You are. The mind is a tool. It's a servant. It's meant to help you think, solve, create, and plan. But left unmanaged, it will take over. It will fill you with doubt. It will magnify fear. It will focus on what's wrong. It will compare, complain, and paralyze. That's why your job is to take the steering wheel back. Don't be a passenger in your own mind. Drive it, direct it, discipline it. Because an undisciplined mind is dangerous, but a trained, focused mind is unstoppable. Most people react. They react to stress, react to people, react to pressure. Why? Because the mind is in control and it responds to the loudest voice. But you must become intentional. Pause, breathe, think. Don't just react. Respond. Respond with wisdom. Respond with clarity. Respond with control. It's not what happens that decides your future. It's how you respond. And your response always starts in the mind. You want to change your life? Start here. Not with your bank account, not with your schedule, not even with your goals. Start with your mind. Clean it, guard it, direct it. And when you do, you'll stop being at the mercy of life and start becoming the master of it. Because the greatest victory you'll ever have is victory over your own mind. Control your thoughts or your thoughts will control you. And that's where your freedom begins. Either you run your mind or your mind runs you. For most people, the mind is running the show, not wisely, not kindly, but recklessly and unchecked. Your mind is a powerful machine, a tool, a servant. But if left untrained, it becomes a tyrant. And here's the sobering truth. If you don't take command of your mind, it will take command of your life. It will dictate your moods, It will decide your confidence. It will sabotage your future one thought at a time. So the goal is simple, but not easy. Take control before it's too late. Your mind never stops thinking. Even when you're not paying attention, it's working, sorting, interpreting, labeling, projecting, creating meaning out of everything. And many times, it creates the wrong meaning. You get rejected and your mind says you're not good enough. You fail and your mind whispers you're a failure. You feel nervous and your mind shouts you're not ready. But none of that is truth. It's just the voice of fear wearing the mask of logic. That's why you must question your thoughts, all of them. Just because a thought enters your head doesn't mean it belongs in your heart. Don't believe everything you think. Your job is to filter, not follow, to challenge, not obey, to direct, not be directed. Here's something practical. There are 3 kinds of thoughts. 1, supportive. These push you forward, build you up, strengthen your mindset. 2, neutral, random, unimportant, background noise. 3, destructive. These pull you down, create fear, doubt, and paralysis. And here's the discipline. Learn to tell which is which. Supportive thoughts, keep them, repeat them, write them down. Neutral thoughts, let them pass. No need to entertain them. Destructive thoughts, challenge them, expose them, replace them. Because the thought you feed is the one that grows. Stand guard at the door of your mind and throw out the trash. Here's what most people miss. Control doesn't happen in a moment. It's built over time. You don't control your mind by trying hard once. You control it by training it daily. The same way your muscles grow with reps, your mind grows with repeated thoughts. The thoughts you repeat become beliefs, and those beliefs shape your life. So if you want to control your mind, ask yourself, what am I rehearsing every day? Negativity, fear, worry, or gratitude, discipline, and possibility. Whatever you rehearse becomes reality. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced daily. Mental discipline is one of them. Here are 3 tools that can help. First, affirmed thinking. Tell yourself the truth on purpose, not just to feel good, but to rewire your mind. Say things like, I'm in charge of my thoughts. I can handle this. I am disciplined, focused, and calm. I don't react, I respond. Speak it before you feel it because feelings follow focus. Second, focused input. What you put in comes out. Books, audio, people, environments all shape your thinking. Garbage in, garbage out. Wisdom in, wisdom out. Feed your mind with what you want to grow. Third, pattern interrupts. When your mind spirals, interrupt it. Stand up, breathe, move, change your posture, change your words. Break the thought before it becomes a storm. You're not helpless. You have tools. Use them. You won't feel like it every day. Some days your mind will feel heavy. You'll want to quit. You'll want to escape. That's where discipline steps in. Discipline says, I don't have to obey my mind today. I don't have to listen to the storm. I can think better. I can choose better. I can act better. That's power. That's maturity. That's control. Discipline is the bridge between thought and accomplishment. And when you control your discipline, you take back your life. Most people act like victims of their mind. They say, I can't help how I feel. I can't control my thoughts. This is just the way I am. But that's not truth. That's a habit. That's a story. That's a prison. And the door has been unlocked the whole time. You don't have to live reactive. You don't have to live anxious. You don't have to be ruled by every thought that shows up. You are the thinker. You are the chooser. You are the master. So start acting like one. Control your mind before it controls you, because your life depends on it. Stand guard at the door of your mind, or someone else will. That's a truth many people overlook. Your mind isn't a fortress by default. It has to be built, protected, and strengthened every single day. It's a garden, open, exposed, and inviting. It will grow whatever seeds are planted, good or bad, helpful or harmful. And in this world, negativity is everywhere, waiting like weeds to take root, ready to choke out your progress. So the real question is, who controls what enters your mind? Picture your mind with a gate, a gatekeeper, a filter. Your responsibility is to be that gatekeeper, deciding what thoughts, ideas, and influences are allowed inside. Will you let every negative headline in, every critical word, every doubtful opinion, or will you protect your mental space like a priceless treasure? What you allow into your mind determines the quality of your life. Negativity doesn't always come from within. It also comes from your surroundings, the news, social media, conversations. Most of what you see and hear is designed to grab attention, not to build you up. It's built to create fear, anger, and distraction, but you still have a choice. You can stop watching news that drains your energy. You can stop following voices that discourage you. You can limit time with toxic people. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If they pull you down, it's time to guard your gate more carefully. Just like a house needs cleaning, so does your mind. Remove old grudges, resentments, and limiting beliefs. Stop replaying the same negative stories. Stop listening to the inner critic that never rests. Start making space for new, empowering thoughts. Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are seeds. You can grow flowers or weeds. The choice is always yours. Here are practical ways to guard your mind. First, set boundaries with media. Be selective about what you watch, listen to, and read. Choose sources that educate, inspire, and lift you up. Second, choose your company wisely. Surround yourself with people who believe in growth, who challenge you to improve, who celebrate your wins. Third, practice mindful consumption. Ask yourself, does this thought, this conversation, this input help me grow? If not, don't feed it. Fourth, develop daily gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful shield against negativity. Spend time each day focusing on what's going right. Negativity often triggers a reaction, fear, anger, doubt, but you don't have to react. You can pause, breathe, choose a different response. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies your freedom and your power to choose. Use that space. Your mind is the soil where your life grows. If it's poisoned, your life will suffer. If it's nourished, your life will thrive. Guard your mental gates fiercely. Be intentional with what you allow in. You don't have to accept every thought, every influence, every voice. Take control of your mind or it will control you. The stronger the mind, the easier the journey. Mental toughness is often misunderstood. Many think it means being hard, rigid, and unfeeling, that it's about shutting down emotions and pushing through without pause. But mental toughness isn't about hardness. It's about strength. It's about developing the ability to stay steady when the world tries to shake you, to think clearly when emotions try to cloud your judgment, to act wisely when pressure builds. It's about cultivating a mind that bends but does not break. Strong thinking is clear thinking. When your mind is cluttered, when emotions run wild, when reactions come before thought, you lose power, you lose direction, you lose control. But when you pause and step back from the storm inside your head, you gain something priceless: clarity. Clarity comes from mental discipline, from training yourself to think before you act, to weigh your options calmly and deliberately, to respond with purpose, not impulse. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without mental discipline, your goals remain wishes. Mental toughness isn't built on easy days. It grows in the soil of adversity. The late nights when fatigue sets in, the setbacks that make you question your path, the criticism that stings, the failures that feel like walls in your way. These moments shape your strength. They reveal what you're really made of. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were stronger. Instead of shrinking from difficulty, learn to welcome it. See every obstacle as a chance to build mental muscle, every trial as an opportunity to practice patience, persistence, and focus. This shift from avoiding challenge to embracing it is the foundation of mental toughness. Mental toughness doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. Feelings are information. They tell you what matters. They alert you to danger or opportunity. But feelings are not commands. You don't have to obey every emotion. You can feel fear and still move forward. You can feel doubt and still choose confidence. The mentally strong balance emotion with reason. Emotional control isn't about denial, it's about direction. Feel deeply, think clearly, act wisely. Here are practical ways to strengthen your mind each day. First, develop routine discipline. Mental toughness is built brick by brick. Small daily actions and consistent habits create strong minds. Wake up early, plan your day, keep your promises. Show up even when motivation is low. These small disciplines build confidence, reliability, and inner strength. Second, practice delayed gratification. Learn to say no to immediate comfort for greater rewards later. Mental toughness means resisting distraction and choosing long-term value over short-term pleasure. Each time you delay gratification, you grow your mental power. Third, train your focus. The mind is like a muscle. It grows stronger with use. Remove distractions. Concentrate deeply on one task at a time. This builds mental endurance. Longer focus leads to better decisions, higher productivity, and less stress. Fourth, learn from failure. Failure is feedback, not defeat. Strong-minded people analyze mistakes, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. They don't let failure define them. They let it refine them. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that matters. How you talk to yourself matters more than anything else. Mentally strong people use empowering language. Instead of saying, "I can't handle this," they say, "I'm learning how to handle this." Instead of, "This is too hard," they say, "This challenge will make me stronger." Your mind is a garden. Your words are seeds. Plant wisely. Your inner dialogue either builds you up or tears you down. Reaction is automatic. Response is intentional. Strong-minded people pause before reacting. They ask, "What's really happening? What's the best way forward? How can I stay in control?" That pause creates power. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies your freedom and your power to choose. Mental toughness isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. Consistency is the key, one step at a time, one day at a time. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day after day. Mental toughness doesn't look loud or dramatic. It's quiet, it's steady, it's patient. It's the strength to keep going when others quit, to think clearly when others panic, to act wisely when others hesitate. It's the power to say no to distractions and yes to what matters. A strong mind builds a strong life. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room. You don't have to look unbreakable. Mental toughness is an inside job. Train your mind, strengthen your thinking. Think stronger, not softer, because your future depends on it. You may not change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Mastering your mind is the most important skill you will ever develop because your mind shapes your choices, your actions, your habits, and your destiny. When you master your mind, you master your future, not just for a moment, but for a lifetime. This isn't about quick motivation. It's not about temporary inspiration. It's about building a foundation so strong that no matter what life throws at you, you stay steady, you stay focused, you stay in control. Everything starts here. Your thoughts create your beliefs. Your beliefs create your habits. Your habits create your actions. Your actions create your results. Your results create your life. If your mind is filled with fear, doubt, and excuses, your life will reflect that. If your mind is focused on growth, courage, and discipline, your life will follow. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. This is the power of the mind. It's your most valuable asset and your strongest tool. Most people want change fast. They want instant results. They want to flip a switch. But real change is a journey. It requires daily effort, daily discipline, daily control of the mind. And here's the truth. The small choices you make each day about what you think, how you respond, and what you focus on compound over time. They build your future or break it. They lift you up or hold you back. Don't wish for fewer problems. Wish for more skills. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control your mind. You can choose the thoughts that shape your attitude. You can choose the beliefs that shape your confidence. You can choose the habits that shape your character. Every single day is a fresh opportunity to decide who you want to become. Will you live as a victim of circumstances or as the master of your own mind? You can't control the wind, but you can always adjust your sails. That's where your power lives. Your direction is always in your hands, even when conditions are rough. There are practical steps you can take to master your mind for life. First, set clear mental goals. Decide what kind of thinker you want to be. Write down the mental habits and beliefs you want to develop. Be intentional about the way you think, not accidental. Your thoughts don't have to be random. They can be designed. Second, practice daily mental discipline. Meditate on your goals. Control your focus. Reject negative influences before they take root. Discipline is not about punishment. It's about training. Just like the body needs exercise, the mind needs structure. What you practice mentally, you become emotionally and behaviorally. Third, guard your mind relentlessly. Be alert about what you consume. Protect yourself from toxic people, negative media, and self-defeating thoughts. Not everything deserves your attention. Your mind is sacred space. Treat it that way. What you allow in will either build you or break you. Fourth, commit to lifelong learning. Feed your mind with books, podcasts, and mentors. Growth never stops. The moment you think you're done learning is the moment you start falling behind. Curiosity keeps your mind young. Humility keeps it open. Wisdom comes from staying teachable. Fifth, reflect and adjust. Regularly check in with your thinking. Ask yourself, what thoughts are helping me? What thoughts are holding me back? Make changes as needed. Growth requires honesty. You can't fix what you refuse to face. The mind is like a bank account. Every positive thought is a deposit. Every negative thought is a withdrawal. The more you invest in strong, healthy thinking, the greater your return in life. Over time, these mental investments create wealth far beyond money. Confidence, resilience, peace, and success. The biggest key to your future is you. If you want lasting success, start with your identity. Who do you believe you are? What do you think you deserve? Your mind will always act in line with your self-image. If you see yourself as capable, disciplined, and worthy, your actions will match that belief. If you see yourself as limited, powerless, or undeserving, your behavior will follow that story. Change your self-image and you change your life. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your beliefs. Mastering your mind isn't a one-time decision, it's a lifelong commitment. The world will always try to pull you off course. Stress will show up, distractions will call your name, doubts will whisper in your ear. But with mental mastery, you learn how to reset your focus, realign your thoughts, and reclaim your power. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. When your inner world is strong, your outer world becomes stable. When your inner world is chaotic, your life reflects that chaos. Protect the inside, and the outside takes care of itself. Master your mind and you master your future, not just for a moment, but for a lifetime. The power to shape your destiny is already in your hands. It begins with a choice to think better, to believe stronger, to act with discipline,